welcome back to Jaybirdresin art. My name is Tara, and today we got a couple projects that we're going to do. I got a couple birthdays for a couple kids in my family coming up soon. So this one is a little dragon, cute little dragon, and I have painted him with the Let's Resin Intense Chameleon Powder in blue. And then this one is the little Into Resin Dolphin jar mold. So this is the lid. It's got like two dolphins coming up out of the water. And then this is the bottom part. It's a little trinket jar for like your rings and stuff like that. It's just cute. So, and what we're going to do with this one is I'm going to mix up, this is also a matte mold, by the way. And so I'm going to mix up some of the Bombay turquoise India ink. And then I'm going to put in some of the Mateo interference, what's it called? Midnight Dream. It is like a blue purple shift. I really like doing like transparent with like an interference in matte molds because it always looks really cool. So that's what we're going to do. And I've already mixed up the resin. When I tell you what kind of resin I've mixed up, you're going to think I've done lost my ever-loving mind. And you're going to wonder, how on earth could you use that kind of a resin in something like that? Well, I'm going to tell you. Okay, so I've mixed up 7.5 ounces of the Let's Resin Hand Painter's resin. And if you don't know what that is, it is basically, it was made for, it's supposed to be like a really, really super thick resin that you could use like to put in like a piping bag, and then you could take like a piece of like a casting of your choice and pipe it onto the mold or onto the casting like it was icing on a cake, and it would stay there. Well, mine was defective, and what happened was I got it, and then once I went to use it the first time, it did not get thick whatsoever. It was actually like water, like a deep pour or watery, more watery than a deep pour even. And even I waited till the next day, and it still was like pure water. So I contacted Let's Resin. They refunded my money and then pulled it off the shelf. So, but I did end up putting it on a heat mat for several hours, and it cured. So I had almost the whole set left, and I figured might as well use it because it's going to go bad soon, because the hardener, it's got a blue line on the bottom, and the resin was getting sort of cloudy. So I figured might as well go ahead and use it. No sense in wasting it, right? So, and it would be a perfect resin to use for this one and this one because it's got a lot of detail in it. So, and it will just get in those spots better with no bubbles. So, like I said, I've already mixed up 7.5 ounces of resin. And so, yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to color the resin for like this. And since this is an intense color, and you can basically put clear in there if you want, and it would still come out the same. I'm just going to use whatever is left after doing this because it only takes like 3 ounces or less, and I'm just going to pour it in here. So it doesn't matter what color it is. You know what? I might need to put that in a bigger cup so I can mix it up good. So I'm going to transfer it over to here. There we go. And actually, it works out pretty good because you got lots of time. I mean, time to work with this. I mean, it literally the next day after I tried this the first time, it was still water, like water the next day. So you got lots and lots of time to work with it. If they would let me buy the rest of whatever they had in stock, I would. For obviously for a discounted price. Anyway, just joking. Okay. Alright, so let's see. I don't know how much I want to put in here. Let's just go with 4. This stuff is pretty pigmented, so. Can't really tell. Let's see on the side. I might do 2 more. I've done this right here one other time, several videos back, and it turned out cute, but I pulled it out too soon and popped one of the dolphins off. So I needed to do this one again. I'm not positive. Like, I know where this one's going. I'm not sure if I'm going to give this one to who I'm making it for. Their subscribers. So, well, if they see it, they're going to know who I'm talking about because they know when their birthday is coming up. But anyway, but I don't know. I might end up doing something else with this and then giving her something else. But I kind of got to wait until after this to figure this out. Oh, because after we do this, we're going to do the giveaway drawing. And so I got to see who wins and what they're going to get. Because that kind of is going to decide whether or not she gets this or something else. Hopefully she didn't watch this. Alright, so let me put some of this in here. She's asking for something like last time, not specifically for her birthday, but I do remember her asking last time she was over here, she asked for something resin related, and she showed me like basically, I guess like a TikTok video of something. You know how those are really quick and just, they don't show you much of anything, how they did it, you know? And so I have no idea how to make it. It was like, they had like a mirror, and I think it's hard for me to remember exactly, but I had like a mirror, and then they poured like clear resin on it and made it look like there was a water ripple rings in it with like splatters of like raindrops or something coming up or down on it. And then something else. I can't really remember what else it was. but she wanted it for her room. I have no idea how to find the video and try to figure out how to do it now. So, yeah, I don't guess that's going to happen because, like I said, I don't even know how to figure out where the video is to look at it again and try to work that out. So, anyway, all right, so there is still lots of bubbles in this, and so I'm going to go put it in the vacuum chamber real quick, and then I'll be right back. All right, so I got it out of the vacuum chamber. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? Love it. Okay, so what we're going to do, see the hole, this little hole right here leads down to that other dolphin that's way down in there. So even though this is pretty much like water and it will probably do a good job getting in there, I am going to spray a little bit of alcohol. I might even just go ahead and put it in the vacuum chamber just to be sure that it gets down in there real good. Because like I said, that hole is really small. And of course it also has fins. And I don't have the other one that I did this on because my sister-in-law already took it off my hand. So I can't look to see whether or not it was able to get into that fin and where everything is exactly. So I might go ahead and put it in there anyway. You know what? I'm going to take my stick and kind of drizzle down in that hole so it'll go in there easier than trying to dump it in there. I usually have better luck with doing it this way than trying to fill the mold and hope that it got in there. Do like a small little drizzle in tightly fitted areas like that. So, yeah. Okay. Alright, so I'm not going to fill it up all the way. See, look how small of an amount of resin that takes. I might even have extra after this. Well, I'm going to put it in the vacuum chamber. It'll be fine. Alright. Okay. And then with this guy, I can't spray alcohol, but we'll just stick him in the vacuum chamber. So I'm going to fill him up about, oh wow, I'm going to have to find me another mold. This takes even less than I thought too. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, so he's about 3/4 of the way full. So I'm going to get the lid off my vacuum chamber and stick them all in there real quick. Just for a second. It won't take long. So, all right. So let me do this. It's going to be loud, and I'll be right back. All right. So we're back. Now I just gotta fill them the rest of the way up. all them bubbles just popped up. Oh, I poured some back in there because this one was too full. I think these molds, they put bubbles in your resin when you put them in there sometimes. What's going on with this thing? Pop those real quick. I don't think that one has a lip under there, so I'm just going to top it up. Okay. Now this one does. I'm going to fill it up most of the way. And then I'm getting my little tool out. Get up underneath it here. And hope that I get all the bubbles out. Let's see some more bubbles popping up. Okay. Let me get a Q-tip and get some of those spills up. Let me get a popsicle stick. Fill it the rest of the way up so I don't over pour it. Okay, so this one, it's got a bunch of spots in the tail up here that can be a potential for bubbles. So I'm going to pour it kind of slow, but it finds its way in there, hopefully a little better. I'm going to look down in there and see if I can, well, I don't think I can see down in there very well. Into those little spikes in the tail. Oh wow, it should be thin enough to where hopefully we won't get any bubbles. Yeah, I got quite a bit of resin left. But that's okay because I'm gonna do the into resin conch shell mold too. I've been doing some of my little molds from them, like these little ones and stuff. So, trying to get like a copy of them that don't have any bubbles at all, so that if and when the molds do get dull, then I can make another one rather than having to buy another one, you know. So this should be a good resin to use for this little guy, because no matter how good a quality the mold is, eventually they will all dry out and get dull. And I do use this one quite often. So Just want to be sure that I won't have to buy it again. Alright, well, I'm going to find a mold and then we'll be back on demold. I don't want this video to be forever long because we still got to do the drawing and stuff. So we'll just be back on demold and I'll let you know what I did. Alright, so everything is cured now. I did put it on the heat mat for a few hours, and the only thing is, on this one, the resin shrunk back quite a bit to the point that it's going to be sharp here where it shrunk back, and if I have to cut that off, I think his little toes are going to be cut off because they're right there. So what I'm going to do about that is I'm just going to take some UV resin and fill that in and then cure it with a lamp. So yeah, it didn't shrink back that much. Well, it did shrink back on this one a little bit, but not this one. So that's weird. This one shrunk back a whole lot. I'm not sure why. So I'm just gonna fill this up. Oh, look how pretty that made it. That's cool. Looks like a galaxy or something in there. My nose is all stuffed up this morning, so it might sound a little weird. Oh, and as far as the extra that I had from this, I just went on ahead and poured it in my little mold I've been filling up with extra resin all this time, and it's almost filled. So I'm excited to see what it looks like. I'm just gonna dome this, I guess. Maybe that's kind of deep for UV resin though, so I guess we'll see how it works. Get some bubbles. Okay. Just make sure it's all the way to the toes. I went over a little bit. Actually, you know what? I better use my flashlight instead for a second before I put it under that more powerful lamp so I don't get cured too hot too fast and get all wrinkled up and look weird. Okay, well, now that I've done this, I'm going to go ahead and put you on a pause so you don't have to sit and wait for 5 minutes on the lamp. So I'll be right back. Okay, so it's all cured now. Let's go ahead and get the easier ones out first. I'm hoping I don't have any bubbles in this one. It still looks good. Oh, that's pretty. Very pretty. And I don't see, normally we'll get like bubbles and these little gems on the top here, and I don't see any. So that's good. Oh, I see one right there. Just in that one. Oh, dang it. One right there too. I think what I'm going to end up having to do is just put it in the vacuum chamber at some point so I can get like a perfect copy of this, So when the time comes, I can make a new one. Let's go with this one. And I do use that one a lot, and I don't want to have to buy it again later on. Can I take this? Yeah, take that off.
Oh, hmm. I didn't rip. Feels like I just ripped some of the silicone. Oh no. Huh. Because there's like waves in there, you know? So, I don't know. Yeah. Hmm. I think it's still okay. Oh, oh, that's cute. But, dang it, I see a bubble right there. Oh, there's two little um, dolphins right there, and I do see a bubble in his tail. I put this to the vacuum chamber and everything. Dang it. Guess I didn't put it in there long enough. Oh, that's cute. Really cute. I'm gonna probably try to paint like the wave area here with like a paint pen, maybe. Okay, let's get this off. Hopefully I don't have any bubbles in the dolphin on this one. Now this should be plenty hard and cooled down where I don't rip the dolphins off the top. Hopefully. I have to do it up here, probably. Come on. It's real deep down in there. Oh, oh goodness. Huh. What's going on? Huh. Confused. It looks like. Okay. How on earth are you supposed to pull that out? Without, it looks like it's going to rip the silicone. Which way does it come out? Okay. It's so... Okay, let me pull it off of there. Okay. Goodness. That was scary. Thought I was going to rip that piece in half. Okay. Oh, cool. Alright, got both dolphins. I didn't rip it off. He's got all of his... Has he got all of his fins? Yeah. Oh, that's cute. Look at that. Oh. That is really cool. Yeah, I think last time I didn't even get the fin on it either. But look at that, how it's like frosted, because it's a matte mold. So you can kind of see through it, but it's got that frosty look from being matte and then having that powder in it. I don't know. Can you tell? Yeah. That was really pretty. I like that. I'm going to have to, like I said, paint it a little bit. Get that fixed up. Okay, let's get this one. I believe this one's matte as well. It's like a candle mold or something, I think. Oh, look how cute he is. Look how cute he is. Oh, that is so sweet. Look at his little spikes on his head. Isn't that sweet? Little belly sticking out. That is so cute. That is, I love him. He looks pretty cool. Yeah. So, take these gloves off. And I'm just going to work on him on his own because I don't want this video to be forever long since we still need to do the giveaway here in a second. So I'm going to get some markers and stuff and fix these guys up, and then I'll be back. Alright, so I got everything ready. So here's the little dolphin thing. I just painted the waves white with some acrylic paint markers. And I left everything else the way it was because I thought it was cute like that. I like how you can kind of see through them. So, yeah, that turned out pretty good. So, and then with the little dragon, there he is. I think he turned out pretty cute. So I took my rubbing bub and painted his belly. And then I took some oil-based, what do you call it, metallic markers, and I kind of just squirted some out on the table and used a little paintbrush to paint his little spikes and his hands and feet. Then I also colored in his eyes and little whisker, whatever those things are. And then I took my little long nib markers and colored in the pupil and his little mouth there. So I think he turned out pretty cute. What do you think? And then, of course, I didn't do anything to this. It's cute the way it is. So, now, for the giveaway. I'll remind everybody, so this is a little bow mold. I should have got the little thing out, but I think you've seen it. So it's just a little bowl, and yeah, you can decorate however you want. So there's that. And then I had the little interior, I put tape on it to hold the thing down so it didn't keep coming off. The little trinket jar from the mold from Resin, and then the flower mold that I made, and I glued it on top. Then I have the shaker coaster mold, shaker coaster that I made. So that's pretty. And then I had the frog, and then the bowl. It's a bowl, not a bow. Anyway, so that is what is for the giveaway, just as a reminder. So I went in and double checked, triple checked that I had everybody's name, and I just put it in the little apple jar mold that I made, or apple jar that I made. So there's everybody's names in there. I was gonna do the little wheel spinning thing, but I couldn't find one. They wanted a subscription, and I was like, I'm not doing all that. So I just wrote everybody's name down, and I'm just gonna draw them out of this again. So everybody's in there. I'm gonna shake it up real good, get it all mixed up, and I'm just gonna grab one out. So kind of mix it up. I don't know. And here we go. Let's see. I just taped them so they would stay closed a little better. Well, here we go. Oh, it's Dawn's Crafty Corner. Congratulations, Dawn. So, basically, just email me your information, and then let me know what one of these items that you want, and I will get it sent out. So yeah, congratulations. All right, guys. Well, that's the end of this video. Congratulations to the winner, and let me know what you think about these little things that I made. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.